put these on the screen.
Yeah, I'm snapping away as everyone sort of joins the queue. It's pretty good.
Horace, can you move forward a little bit?
Okay.
Just to join the line that's there.
We do that. Take some time to pull up the engines, of course.
Well, with about 8 minutes to go, welcome to the first leg of the DC6 Australian Tour. Thanks for jumping on, guys. It's going to be a great flight. It's going to be a great tour. I posted up the leg 1 flight plan, the latest one, so hopefully everyone got a copy of that. That'll take us up to the north into Launceston and across over to almost directly to Melbourne over the port of Melbourne into runway 34. So welcome aboard, everyone, and at about 9:30, feel free to go through your startup checks and we should be out of here about 10 minutes later. So have a great flight.
Yeah,
Thanks, Chase. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. It's fantastic.
Can we start rolling, or we just wait till?
Just finishing your coffee. I think what?
The takeoff procedure, is everyone clicking the takeoff twice? Start rolling, or?
Actually, just with that, there's probably really only room up the end there for 2 at a time to line up. So in pairs, we'll taxi up the end there and we'll head off.
We follow the dirt road on the right side.
Are we going to use 3-0?
Yes,
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah, the winds are favouring that.
Taxi up together. Whoever goes in front, just make the line. Make the line long enough to fit 15 lanes.
What are you in? 4? Are you in a CJ4 or something?
Yes, I'm in a CJ4.
Okay.
But I'll let you guys depart and I'll take off after you. He's faster anyway.
Oh, where's Biffy? Very cool.
Yeah,
On the apron.
yeah, on the open.
Okay, your name again is different. You're Cinnamon. Okay, you're Cinnamon. So, okay, how about you go first and line us up, and we'll all follow behind you. Starting with White Mango. He'll go out first. Yeah, no, that's okay. You just gotta follow the line, right? And there'll be this big line of us all going out there following, and he's gonna work out how he's gonna line up 15 of us.
So sorry, what do you want?
So when you roll out,
Yeah.
Light Mango's gonna follow you, followed by Sayin Jack, Sapper Jake, and so on and so on all the way through.
Sure. This airport, you don't go right to the threshold. You basically got to join the runway at an intersection and then backtrack, and that's the deal with it.
You got a backpack.
Yeah, you got to backtrack, yeah.
So how are you going to deal with that? You're just going to put everybody at the threshold, eh? Oh, the intersection.
No, but if you go, there's a dirt road track down the right hand side you can follow.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Well, yeah, if you want her on the dirt.
Got any green tag at all. So you guys on West USA
Yep.
or East USA?
West USA.
Make sure you got your tags turned on.
Seeing everybody started their engines?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm seeing some started, yeah. There's a few that haven't started yet.
Yeah, we're gonna kick off. Start engines at about 9:30 for those who haven't, and then once we're ready to go, we'll pull it out.
Cinnamon, hold at the end.
We can all taxi down and just hold off the runway on the grass, line up 2 at a time. That's the easy way.
Light Mango, you're up first, brother.
Now, do you want me to go down to the right down to the
Yeah, go right down there.
We'll Yeah, Paul, just Paul, just hold there for a second, mate. Just wait until we're all running, and then no one needs to rush.
We got a guy playing that. That's you. Macro King.
Yeah, he's in that DJ for
They've got lights in my
I'm just hitting runway 30. Is there a practice spot that I should go to? Or just I'm seeing you guys now. I'm
I'm sure any random player joining on right now would see Hobart and go, what the fuck?
Yeah, just come up the runway if you're on the runway and park with us.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna be next to Savage Skies.
That's fine.
Yep. We need those on.
That's actually a really good spot for you.
I'm really looking forward to this. This is probably the best, this will be the best fly-in in the history of flight sim so far.
This is the biggest we've done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
row
yeah,
one,
it's
row
very
one's
good.
going to roll out and join up behind, and row two's going to follow behind row one.
Oh,
And
well,
we're going to follow the dirt road down, and they're ready to go.
And I've not heard of a DC6 event officially.
No, I haven't either. No.
It's cool. It's really cool. Very good.
So just out of curiosity, where's this dirt road?
It's just a smudge of the sand. I'm just going to backtrack.
You can see it when you look at it. See where the yellow lines, it's like a dirt line. But just to the right, there's also actually another channel. It doesn't matter where.
There's a little road down there.
As long as you don't exceed the speed that causes damage to your plane.
So when I sort of turn around to the left to go to the hold point for the intersection point, I actually don't turn onto the runway. I continue along the grass. Is that right?
It's up to you, mate.
Yeah.
You want to?
Okay, if you don't follow the person in front of you. If he doesn't die, it's a good place to go.
Oh, I can't follow the person in front of me because I'm the person in front.
Well, don't listen to my words. Don't listen to Scott's going to come and follow us. Just go onto the runway.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can I tell you honestly, we could all follow you down left side and take on the right side. Follow you down left side, take on the right side. Let's do it.
But no worries, no worries.
Sorry, yeah, wheels going to get the edge. For those that are taking off.
it doesn't matter what I do, I can't do it because I'm only getting 49 minutes to take the second one on
It's okay. We'll wait on it.
I've got
Tags turned on.
yeah, tag turned on. I know why.
Anybody need a refuel before you take off?
I just top up the tank and go. 50%'s more than enough to get you to Melbourne Blue.
Don't forget to top up your fuels like oil or water.
Yeah, 30% should be enough to get you there.
Are we good for like another 2 minutes or?
Yeah.
Is it a runway 30 the launcher?
Pretty sure.
And it's a similar runway at Melbourne too. The winds are supporting runway 30, whatever it is, that end. Or it might be 35, whatever it is. 3-4, yeah, okay. Well, they're actually perfectly the winds were perfectly supporting that.
I might have missed it, but what's our cruising altitude?
We'll cruise today at 19,000.
That'll do.
Okay, Copy. Thanks.
Okay, Paul, we'll follow you through.
No worries. Okay.
Going through before takeoff procedures.
I have to go through and reset up the extra.
I wouldn't select before takeoff until you're lined up because you're setting the power for you. You don't want that.
I already did.
Yeah, I believe before takeoff they'll just configure your aircraft for takeoff, but it won't. The AFE won't advance the
Okay.
throttle
Alright.
until you hit the takeoff.
Takeoff. Right, okay.
Or you could try. You could take off from here. Plenty of
You're up, bro.
What time of day are you flying?
8 in the morning. 8 in the morning.
Okay.
Because I don't have the DC6, all I'm seeing is A320s, A330s. There's a whole bunch of A330s. So it's a bit disappointing for me.
I wonder why that is. I've got all
Because
this.
you don't have the game.
I don't have the-
like,
yeah.
You don't have the add-ons at all. So you,
I don't have the DC6 at all.
That's why that's too.
oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah, that's
Because the DC6s look fantastic.
Yeah.
Like when you got so many
I
of
know.
them. it looks-
I'm picturing it in my mind, but
Like, can I tell you something right now? It's worth you going and buying it, and then going back and then reloading into the game. Like, I'm not joking. I got it the other day and I was like, fuck, why did I buy this plane? And after about 20 minutes I was like, oh my god, why has this game not got this plane?
Hey, TA Zone, you want to go ahead and start taxi, and I'll just follow you.
There's everything about this plane is so good. There's the shit things are just like, well, that's realism.
Brian, are you good to go up there?
Yeah, that may be zero. I
So
think,
if you feel like exiting now and getting the game, then
no,
come back.
I'll work out what's going on.
You can like take off from like Nest.
I'll do it for the next one.
No, I'm placing a DC6 on the one runway threshold here. Somebody
Yeah.
must have spawned on the threshold.
Yeah, someone did. Yeah, Brian did.
I did. I've got sworn on the threshold.
That's all right.
That's okay. That's fine.
We'll forgive
You're on. Oh.
I'll just get off actually.
I'm just going to park off the left-hand side here.
I take the dirt road.
This plane handbrakes really well. I love this plane. It's so good. If someone played GTA before they made this.
Well, you really feel like you're trying to control something big, then.
It does.
Yep. It feels big.
Even when you're yahooing with it, it still feels big.
Are you okay now, Ken? Is everything working for you now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I was able to taxi down from the spawn, from the runway down to line up with you, bloke. So I've got someone over to my right. You know, my theory of never having name tags on. I don't know who it is. Or anyway, rather than wait for him, I'll move out myself now.
Alright, it's just coming up behind Civ.
With a heap of DC6s and
I'll be 20 seconds. Just gonna get another drink before we do the takeoff because a lot of stress.
I'm just going to move up a bit so you guys can sort of line up a bit better behind me.
And by the way, don't forget to close your side window, because usually I open the window.
For the air, fresh air.
hopefully
Yeah.
the bodies will have done that.
Didn't know you could open the window.
Yes, you can. Sliding window on the left side.
Alright. Brakes off. Following.
Let me know, guys, when you want me to depart.
in DC6. What altitude are we flying at, by the way?
19.
19, that's okay.
For those of you planning on using the autopilot, just don't forget to switch the CDI to GPS. Or if you wanna, yeah, if you
Tell
wanna.
me how to do that when we're in the air. Great.
Alright, just look at your Garmin and bottom left button. Just hit it. Make sure it doesn't say vol up.
We get our full complement of DC6s tonight.
And we've got 15, but we're
Yep.
getting close.
Looks like everyone's here.
5,
It just joined in, I'm sorry.
7, 8.
Yeah, it looks like 15.
All right, Paul, I think you can take off, mate, and we'll start to follow you through. Good luck, everyone. Enjoy the flight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This looks so cool.
You go after Jace, Reggie, and I'll follow you.
Copy.
Scott, I mean. Oh, he's still going to get a drink, have you?
No, I'm
Scott
here.
gone?
Can you
You
hear
back?
me? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, you go after Jace, and I'll follow you.
Copy, Jace, go.
This is so epic.
Jace, stay, okay. Jace, stay. Rolling start, boys. Don't wait till they leave the wrong way.
Waiting for you.
We go.
See something DC6 before.
Me neither.
So I guess I will simply also hit the switch for the takeoff and wait up. Here we go.
Normally when you hit takeoff dry, he starts talking and saying shit.
Yeah, he's just stabilised and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm not hearing anything.
Ah, should be. Can't say why you're not. It should be. Usually takes you up, then it tells you all the power settings in it. Away you go.
Alright, I'm here, boy.
So I'm spooling up. And off I go.
I'm only just in. Holy fuck.
Well, I don't reckon all of them are going past these juices. But it doesn't matter.
TA zone, you want to move up to the short? Because
Oh my
he's
God.
not
That's it, I'm rolling.
Well, I might have missed you as all taking off, but at least I'll be able to watch you come in.
Remember to switch on the booster the supercharger.
He normally sets 30 inches of... I don't know if nothing's happening with my engines when I click.
I should
Takeoff?
set 55 or 52.
I click takeoff dry, nothing happens.
Oh, manual takeoff.
Yeah. So what you do, if you're dry below 87,000 pounds, then you set 53 inches of manifold. Above that, then you go 58 or something. There's a red line. Just set it there.
So I just turn up the engines till it's at 58, you mean?
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna do 58, then you gotta have your water pumps on. Unless you don't have the realistic engine damage, then you're fine.
I haven't got realistic engine damage.
Okay, then you're fine. Yeah.
30, and when you get to 140, he'll take meter power for you, and then 140 knots after
Well,
that.
well I've got... this is weird. Okay, so I'll put it on ready for takeoff. Takeoff dry, and now my throttle's not working.
Oh, then you gotta hit abort because the AFE is overriding you. So he's trying to do the throttles, so he's not letting you do it. So either do it manually and make sure you hit abort, or have him do it. He's gonna stabilize the engine at 30 inches of manifold first, and then he's gonna advance.
Should I go through pre-departure, after start, before takeoff?
Yeah, that'd be. Well, have you done them?
Not all of those. No, I just went straight to taxi.
Okay, I would say do the before takeoff.
Yeah, before takeoff. You should at least do that one.
Yeah, you're gonna get flaps and everything.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Is there any display for an altitude reselect?
Nope.
No.
I don't think so.
Probably it's alright.
You just keep climbing and hit altitude hold?
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Sorry, whoever set the threshold.
Climbing nice and steady.
Haven't had any engines die yet.
Yeah.
The engines are all running and everything, but
Yeah, but once you're at the taxi, you get before takeoff. They say no stop isn't done.
I can't hear him doing anything. Not saying a word. Nothing.
No, I think you got a problem.
Like Mango.
Yeah, just went into the ground on me.
What happened?
Yeah.
Just didn't rotate for you, Christina, or what?
Oh, I don't know, it's the controls or something, it doesn't.
Sorry to see that.
So g'day streamers.
Go for a call.
Sorry for ignoring you there.
Go
But we've just had to concentrate.
I did
DC6
this
can be a
yesterday, the same thing.
can be a handful.
Now it's not doing it. I've got co-pilot and everything, doing everything.
Yeah, should work.
It's hard.
Yeah, sometimes if one of your engines aren't running, you know, you'll bore into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christina, I thought I had it right the first time I flew it. I moved the gust lock back, but I found that I didn't disengage it completely, and not all of the engines would go full throttle when I tried to fly it. Some of them, like two of the engines, were held back, and I ended up doing a wing drop because I just lost power when I was climbing out. But, so that's something I found in the past.
I'll definitely check that gas lock.
Where's the gust lock?
It's right next to you.
Right,
Your
right
red
knee.
lever.
Sorry.
Right
On
knee.
the floor on the right.
Yeah.
5 feet on the floor.
Where the
Yeah,
parking
just make-
brake is just above
Can't
that.
see it.
Okay, mine's
Parking
hit.
brake release. Yeah, got that. That's released.
It's very
Where's the
red.
gust lock?
It's like a long red lever type thing that slides back. And,
Yeah.
Imagine where your right knee is. It'll be sitting right next to your right knee. You can see
Oh yeah.
long red lever.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
red lever thing is fast.
And that'll remove the gas lock on the control surfaces and enable all your throttles.
yeah, make sure that all the throttles move fully, otherwise you get into trouble. Yeah.
Alright, I'll taxi and try again.
Gust lock engaged.
If you are flying in live weather, I have started to ice up a little bit while climbing.
Okay,
So
thanks.
make sure you have set the anti-ice properly.
Yeah. Copy.
How do I unengage the gust lock?
You just click it.
You lift it.
Put it back. Down, back. Try it with your mouse. Move it around. You'll get it.
So it should be engaged, that's right.
No,
It's engaged, yeah.
It's engaged.
It's not moving.
And,
Doesn't matter what I do.
and just
grab
move
it
your
when you can.
and the throttles all the way forward. Make sure they all move, all four of them.
None of them move.
No, you got problems. It's your gust lock, so I think there's something wrong with your airplane. I can't reboot your airplane.
Yeah, the gust lock just won't unlock.
Yeah, I think if you click the back of that red handle and then move your yoke, it should pull the red knob out.
Yeah, there's two parts. One is the ghost box for the controls. There's another is the ghost box for the throttles.
Oh, okay.
There's two parts.
Yeah, so if you
Yeah, okay.
press it with the mouse key, in my case I press it with the mouse key, it says ghost box off or something. And it lifts up, moves back as someone said, and the throttle lock comes off.
Yeah, no, I can click on it, but it just stays there, doesn't move.
Strange.
Something wrong. I would reboot the aeroplane on the runway and just start again, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can always pull it.
Ah, no, don't worry about that.
Separate Jake, do you want to take off?
Oh no, I've got issues with engine 1. I'm not getting it started.
Oh, what?
It's a tricky little beast, I tell ya. It's not easy, is it? I mean, you know, God, I'll tell you, if you can fly this thing, you will fly any bloody thing.
Yeah, totally agree.
The thing is though, all the buttons aren't working. So
Yeah, that's right.
it's not what we're not doing the right thing. It's that it's not like the sim's not doing the right thing with it. There's some problems with the aircraft.
Yeah, Ken. I'm just trying to get my plane taxiing as well. This is not easy at all.
Have you lost your nose wheel steering? I lost my nose wheel steering on quite a few occasions.
I have mine, which is good. And I see Christine trying to taxi as well.
It is not easy, but I tell you what, when it goes well, it's good.
Yeah,
I've
never press the space bar again.
I've not lost keyboard, I must admit, but I certainly have lost the hot ass. And nothing to do with the game, it's totally Windows. It's totally dead.
Sorry about that.
You didn't say you had a hot ass.
Yeah, okay.
Mine's flying perfectly, touch wood, fingers crossed, not touching anything.
Yeah, same here, mate. I'm touching everything that's wooden around here.
Well, yeah, okay. Maybe it's wood. So with our suit, you're supposed to switch these boosters on, do you know? Superchargers.
Let the FE do it, mate, that's his job.
Well, he's not done it. And I'm running out of steam.
Well, you shouldn't. If you set up for takeoff, you should look after all that.
Well, regarding the superchargers, it would depend on your weight, your gross weight. But around, if you're somewhere around what is it? I'm just looking at the chart here. Just go low, because with the icing and everything as well.
Hey Christine, do you mind if I back taxi the runway to take off?
I'll go for it.
Alrighty.
Hey, Joe, let's put a couple of screenshots in the screenshot window for you, mate.
Beautiful, mate. Thank you.
Just turn to Clark, Jason.
Where am I?
Oh, I've done.
Clark now.
Yeah, I've just done that turn up the Launceston from Clark.
Oh, the other Jay. I'm just behind you, Jay Melbo.
No worries, Jace. Two Jaces, confusing.
Got some interesting pitch oscillations after the turn at Clark.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it was pretty smooth for me with that turn.
Yep, that's smooth here.
Same here.
Just passing through 13,500.
Now he's talking to me.
Now he's talking to you. There you go. You're probably late for work, mate. You probably didn't turn up, you know. He's down there chatting to the bloody hosting chick.
Hello, Ken. See you lined up as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you backtracking.
I'm behind you guys, yeah. Oh, good. Lovely.
Please secure your tray table in the up and locked position.
And hold on tight.
Sometimes I forgot to set the cabin temperature. I guess my SSIs were already dead.
Is everybody going via Lebanon or are they going to go direct to LT?
I'm going direct to LT from Clark.
Yeah, I might do that too because it takes a bit of a chunk.
And don't forget to activate your superchargers at some point in altitude.
Yeah, well, of course it is supposed to do it, but we're not particularly okay this morning. So
All set up here, looking pretty good.
Fair enough. Yeah, you did
Not far off our cruise altitude of 19,000. We've got about 4,000 feet to go.
35 inches is
Just
like
departed
sounds pretty good.
Hobart.
yeah, that sounds not too bad. I was running out of steam. So
It's leg one of the Australian tour,
Sure.
DC6. So far, so good.
You rotated about 100 knots.
Yeah, a little bit later than that. 120.
Yeah.
120. Climb out at 130. You don't expect it to jump into the air. It's an old aeroplane, so you've got to coax it up.
So what's the approach speed?
Sorry?
What's the approach speed?
About 120 is a good approach to it.
There's a chart in the upper panel. If you check your weight, there's a approach speed and landing speed.
Pardon me.
Table.
Yeah, the upper panel.
Manual one.
All looking good.
Very up high.
Well, if your manifold's pressured at 35, what's your climb rate?
I've got 1,500 feet a minute at 160 knots, 35 inches.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's all I reckon. Holy moly.
Yeah, I'm just approaching 18,000. This is going like a rocket.
Yeah, I just altitude just kept going.
I like that 850 and 155 knots. And
I'm going to have to wake my flight engineer up. He must be sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, my climb rate's dropped down now. It was 1,500, it's dropped down to 500. I don't know why it's dropped off so much, but it seems to fluctuate around. Now it's jumping back up 1,000 feet a minute, so I don't know, it oscillates around a bit. I don't know why. The airspeed stays constant, but the rate just seems to go up and down. Maybe it's downdrafts or something, I don't know.
It's phone yard for
160 knots seems good climb speed, 35 inches, that'll give you a good rate of climb.
What's the typical cruise speed you get in the DC6?
About 200, you might get 220, something like that.
Yeah, 220, 230. That's going
How do I change my next waypoint?
Well, you can change a little that just by dragging it, clicking on the line with your right mouse and dragging the line, or whatever, you know. If you're using the GPS in the aircraft, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, the one again.
So go to your GPS and go hit the bottom, the second right one at the bottom, say flight plan FPL.
Yeah.
You click it once, the bottom right dial thing push course. You use the big knob move to the lake you want to activate and hit menu, and then there's gonna be an option say activate lake, and then you just hit enter.
I said like doing a direct to a waypoint, isn't it? So you can actually go to a particular waypoint and activate that particular one, so that, as opposed to doing a direct to that point. Is that right?
That's two different things. To go direct to is that from your present position, you'll just go to the point that you wanted it to go. But to activate any lake, that will be you'll fly the whole lake. Did that make sense?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. But let's say for instance, you wanted to skip over a couple of waypoints and go to a waypoint.
Skip
Yeah,
mark,
then-
go to-
Yeah. So if you pick the leg that's further down the track that includes the waypoint you wanted direct to, does it automatically just start flying directly to that first waypoint and then continuing on from there?
Yeah, should be. But there's some bugs. There's some bugs with the Garmin in this game, with
Yeah,
the GPS in this game. So it's hit and miss.
Yeah, because with the G1000 type instruments, even the working title ones, if you do a direct to with a flight plan that you've got in there, it cancels out the rest of the flight plan. It just flies that one thing. So that's why I asked whether that was a workaround by activating a leg down the track, which is basically you fly directly to that first point in that leg and continue on from there. I'm just wondering whether that's a workaround for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either, but I got your point.
Yeah, I'm not sure before. I know about different direct points.
Yes, X-Planet works properly. From what I've seen. They'll fix it one day.
On the overhead panel, it's got the 4 red lights: engine 1 feather, 2 feather, 3 feather. My red lights have come on for engine 2 feather and engine 3 feather. Has anybody else got that?
No. Mine are all out. Yep, mine are all out.
Does anybody know how to turn that off or check whether they're in feather or not?
Well, there's an engineering section in the panel on the left, that's all I know. If you go in there, the maintenance manager, it'll show you the condition of your engines.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Did you bring a good parachute on board?
If you go to engine stress visualizer, press on that, that will tell you the condition of all your engines at the moment. It should all be green.
Yeah, I've got oil pressure is yellow on all of them.
Yeah, well, you might be low on oil or something.
No, it should be when you've been feathering for a long time. So try to press it down. The number 3 engine. Try number 3 first, because that's gonna give you less yaw if something happens. Just make sure that
what that fixed it. Yeah, that did it.
Yeah,
All right, just stay cruise now.
Here we go. Now I'm getting power. Yeah, that was the trick.
Alright. I wasn't sure, to be honest.
Just hold the button down. Is that what you do to unfeather it?
Yeah, just held the button down and it popped out, and then popped back in and went out, and then now it's spooling up again.
Where
I don't know how that happened. I didn't push it.
Anyone know where the de-ice controls are?
Hit, left. There are two parts of them, but it should be on your left eyebrow panel. So if you're sitting on the left seat, just look up.
Yep. I can see prop de-icer and carbureted de-icer. Is that it?
Prop de-icer, carburetor de-icer, yeah.
Yep, and it...
Prop de-icer, that's all you've got.
Go to the left, that's where the floodlight is, it's left of that, it's a windshield.
Yeah.
Anti-icing.
Yeah, just that.
It's like far left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you look at
they call it your eyebrow panel, it should be your fucking left ear panel.
and if you would look at the center eyebrow panel on the top left, there's a PO heater and all that stuff as well. It's just a one switch thing.
Oh yeah, wind chill heat. It's right to the left. You got to go right back and above your head. It's nearly over your head. It's hard to find. I'm cruising at 19,000.
I'm losing power again.
I think the poor engineer does things.
Well, he's looking after me. I've got 34 inches, holding 19,000, and I'm cruising at 260 knots. So holy shit, moving.
Wow, 260. I'm
Yeah,
at I'm just under 35 inches. I'm at 19,000. I'm doing just on 200.
Wow, I've got 260.
Me
Ground
too.
speed.
Oh, is that true or
I'm
ground?
at 19, just about 200.
260 ground speed, indicating 200.
Oh yeah, I'm 250 ground speed.
Okay.
Yeah, 250 ground speed. That'd be right. I got 260 ground speed. Yeah, I'm indicating only 200.
If you
Must
guys
be-
are interested, then in the resources channel in the on Discord, I posted the performance chart. It's not a performance chart, but like the it gives you the idea of what you should be doing at a specific setting.
Right. Good. Yeah, it would be.
So where did you put that?
Resources. Just go to your Discord and scroll down to resources. This is a one-page PDF file.
Good, thanks. I'll put that
Awesome.
in
Yeah,
my.
thanks for that.
I'll put that in my EFB in my toolbar so I can read it. Yeah.
And if you guys are interested, I've got the full checklist.
Too much for me, but I'd like that. I spent 40 years doing checklists. I never want to see another one.
Being captain has been spoiling you, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I'm the lowly FO who has to do all of this for you.
Do all of it. That's right. That's right.
Have you seen the add-on checklist that lights up the whatever it is you're looking to switch? It really helps in
No,
something
I haven't
that's
seen that
complex.
one.
Yeah.
Do they make one of it? Does that?
Yep. And it's actually implemented from this checklist. I think it's from the same guy or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually, when you select it, it lights up the switch or whatever.
Yeah, with the little arrows pointing you where to look.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
Now I just have to set my plane in cruise mode, but my plane is broken. I can't set the propeller RPMs anymore. The switch doesn't do anything.
Are you flying in manual mode?
Yes, I'm flying now in manual mode.
What you do is you pull the cue ball, not the one next to the prop box, the white with the
Pitch. That's a pitch
black
button.
little P. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
It doesn't do anything.
It done?
It doesn't do anything. I'm still at 2,700 RPMs, no matter which setting. Even the flight engineer is not capable of setting the cruise mode.
Something wrong. Major wrong.
Yeah, that's really weird.
But I'm still holding up at 210 knots or so, so for 1 hour it should be fine maybe. The engines also look weak so far.
Yeah. A good side is that you're all set up for a go around in case you need it.
True.
You set the autopilot this bad,
Oh, it's a bit complicated. It's all the center quadrant. It's quite a few switches involved. You'd be easy to watch the video.
What you can do is that if you look down to the like right below the thrust levers, there are the second box from the left. Make sure that the turn needle is pointing up, like straight up. But it's going to be complicated. And if you look further down on that box, there's a switch called gyro pilot. Yeah, hit that, make sure it's on. And then just below the mixtures, the mixture levers, there's the AP mechanical disconnect. Just hit it on. But the caveat of this is that once you have it on, sometimes like you're gonna know what it's gonna do for you because it doesn't have any holding, any heading mode in this aircraft, so you can only control roll and pitch.
There is a turn knob, that big knob there. You can turn that right or left with your mouse. That will set your heading. big knob down there. It's called a turn knob. It's got turn written on it. That controls your heading. All that bolt. And it was the same in the DC9. We used to call it turn knob mode. It was actually a mode. And it was called turn knob mode. So you'd say to the FA, just go to turn knob mode. And we all knew what it meant.
By the way, see, just to that I'm not doing something wrong, I've now shared my screen in Discord. And at the moment I'm on full manual, you can see I move everything here. But the propeller pitch doesn't do anything.
Just hang on a second. I'm going there. Okay, I see it.
It does not do anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I can set it to 0, I can set it... the throttle is working fine.
Oh, it's that blue light states that your aircraft the props are at its lowest end limit. Yeah, you see that. So can I see the switch on the bottom right? That will say like that will have so the prop box. Go to the prop box and the bottom right switch. It's being blocked by the beta range lever thing.
Sorry?
Yeah, I know I'm making this hard for you. Go forward.
No, well, I like it.
Go forward. Which one? Go forward. Like move the camera forward. Yeah, move forward. Oh yeah, you got it right. And yeah, I'm clueless now. You have it set to master to number 3 prop. I'm not sure why.
And is that usually for until, let's say, cruise mode or so, I use the AFE, but it was simply unable to set the cruise speed correctly. It simply gave full power.
Same here, I've been flying manually without the AFE, but I could set mine just fine.
The only problem is now I'm using quite an amount of fuel, but okay, the flight is short. So for this flight it should be fine.
I reckon by the time we get to Brisbane, we'll have a work out how to fly DC6.
That's exactly right.
I will just get more confused. I don't know.
We're only going to Melbourne today, guys.
Right.
What's your ground speed now, Jace?
Yeah, ground speed is 360.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're moving, mate. I've got
me too.
out and I've got a ground speed of 223 knots.
Wow, I don't know why. I'm exactly the same as Jace. 260.
Mind you, I've got a headwind. You got live weather, have you?
No, I've turned low weather off.
That's what you like.
Yeah, I've got live weather on.
You
That
got
should
live
make
weather on.
I might put live weather on too. Should make any difference. So the same speed as Jace.
No, that's all right. I've got the same, but I've got live weather. About 30 knots. Nearly 30 knots.
I've got 40 knots. I've got 40 knots, but I'm at flight level 440.
Oh, jeez.
Did somebody already calculate the top of descent for us?
No, I haven't.
This one comes down. You got to give yourself a little bit more room. I'd suggest 150 miles. You got to give yourself a little bit more room for DC6.
I know.
At least 120 miles.
Probably 440. I don't think this will get that high.
Well, I'm doing 410 knots ground speed too, so I'll be able to watch you guys come in.
Yeah, you'll be on the ground, man. Before we get there.
Maybe you might be wait a while.
Okay, I'll make a cup of coffee. I'll be.
Now I've gone to live weather. My ground speed's dropped off 10 knots.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's now sitting at 254.
Yeah, mine's 250, so close.
Yeah, well, getting the point, huh?
What's your power? What's your power speed, Jace? 33 inches?
Yep, pretty much just a touch over 33 inches.
Because of my propeller problem, I have to run 40.
reload the aircraft, it keeps doing this stupid thing where for no reason it just loses all its power.
It's weird.
Yeah, and the flight engineer's in control of everything, but not
Oh,
so.
switch the supercharger. Try go high.
I didn't. No, I haven't. But I've flown it before and had no problems. It just the flight engineer just took it, did everything. All I could do was steer the bloody thing, you know. But, now it's like after about 5 minutes, it just loses all power. And it says the engines are all burnt out, you know.
Have you been flying this high before? In the DC6?
Yeah, I did this exact flight before.
I see.
As a practice, and I cruised at 12,000. Right. All the waypoints, landed in Melbourne with no problems at all. I thought, okay, this is going to be okay. Ever since that flight, what I tried to do with was over in Asia somewhere, and they had the same problem there. And it's never worked since.
I had the same problem which you were mentioning, that the engines just die. And for me it was that for the DC6 I had basically to remove all mixture and propeller control from my joystick. Because sometimes it was wobbling or was changing mixture and so, and this was basically damaging the engines until they are dead. Since then it's working fine. So I only have throttle control on my joystick, the rest is really done via the levers here. Because there's no need to change mixture in mid-flight. And the propeller one is just this single lever here. So I have a special profile just for the DC6. And I have a X52 joystick, and apparently it's a little bit wobbly. This was not good for the engines. I always had to repair my engines every third flight or second flight or so.
Yeah, I can't even get 5 minutes into a flight with that.
You might have to unbind your mixtures of other controls just for this aircraft.
But it was all working before.
I can't say. There's been I had to completely uninstall the aircraft and reinstall it to get mine to work today.
Yeah, for me also it came down which plane I was flying before. If I maybe landed and cut the mixture off, and I forgot to reset it for the DC6 or so, and these things. So for me it was really unbinding it.
I would do a complete reinstall if I was you can reinstall.
Yeah, guess I'm going to reinstall it now.
Well, I couldn't get number 1 started now, and I loaded up in Launceston, and everything's working now, and I'm in the air.
Well, the only problem I've had was I didn't read the manual, and I just set and took off, and I got brake assigned to me, brake assigned to my outside control, so I wouldn't have a clue with the brake. So ever since then, like I've made sure the gas lock is off, and I've flown perfectly. I don't know why I'm slower than Jason, for example, but apart from that, it's fine, all right.
Is anybody having a problem with their gyro pilot, where when you turn it on, mine's doing it again, but it banks to the right? I'm streaming it if everybody wants to have a look. You'll see where it's got the bank indicator on the gyro pilot, that it won't go level, and every time I try and activate it now, it automatically banks to the right.
So before you engage your autopilot, make sure that the thing is switched to the gyro pilot. You're currently at localizer. The switch and can I see the gyro pilot? I think it's off, right? It was in
it is. Yeah, I've got that. That's off. Okay. And that's on. But you see how it's got that turn indicator there? It's not level.
Okay, so hit that middle button in the middle between the red and the blue light.
Yeah, no, I've done that. It's still sort of remaining. It did it the other day and I couldn't work it out. I ended up having to fly it manually, but it just did it again then.
I see. Could you try engaging now? Yeah.
Yeah, you see
that is okay. Yeah, that is weird. Disengage. No, disengage. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Your level again. Can I see your rudder trim? It's up top, the little wheel.
Under the compass.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
one?
You're good. Yeah. You're centered.
Just check the aileron trim as well. I think you've got aileron trim in.
Nice.
Where's that?
I'll check it, mate.
Where do you want to install the DC6?
Yeah.
So just below that big turn knob.
Windows program file.
Aileron trim is below gear lever, and your gear lever is like app or center pedestal.
But there's a little knob. If you go to that big turn knob on the autopilot, you see there's a little knob there. You see that aileron indicator there, just below it. There's a little knob in the middle.
This one?
Yep. So just see if you can put that level.
Yeah.
And that should, I think that should fix it if you can. But again, you see that little indicator is not moving.
Yeah, not moving the aileron, but it's not.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I did it the other day and I couldn't work it out. Every time I try and activate it, because it just randomly happened.
It sounds like what happened to me, Jace, the other night when mine tried to backtrack to the previous waypoint. But I had to wipe the flight plan and just go do a direct to, and then it seemed to pick it up.
Actually, I might try that. Yeah, I'll try and do a direct to.
It's the only way I could fix it.
I cleared the flight plan, but maybe not cleared enough.
For those of you who are wondering when the top of descent might be, I've sort of worked out it'd probably be maybe about 30 miles to Lati, if you've got Lati on your flight plan, which is straight after Onagi.
Okay, thanks.
I can descend them, so I'll pick them up the time.
Another way, if you've got another easy way, if you've got a little nav map, you can put your right mouse button on Melbourne and just add a range ring at about 100 miles. And then
Oh, that's a good idea.
that gives you a pretty good idea, you know.
Yeah, and also it doesn't know that you can set up the aircraft performance parameters and
Yeah,
show you the top of the set, but I have not done that for this.
Yeah, you can do that.
The range ring is a much better idea, actually.
That's ages away.
Yeah. But I think I'm carrying too much fuel, that's why I'm going behind Jason.
I don't know. Look, I'll tell you how much fuel I've got on board. I've got 42% overall fuel on board, so it's a fair bit.
Damn near 100.
Yeah, well, that could be why you're so slow. I only got 42. I only took off 50% fuel, and I'm down to 42, so that's still heaps, you know. Maybe that's why you're going so slow.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think at this height, 100 nautical miles ought to be plenty to get down. 19,000, I think it should be plenty.
Yeah, should be fine.
Seems like a long way.
Yeah, but it's a slow descent. If you go too fast, if you go too steep on the descent path, it builds up too much speed. It's not like a jet, you know. It comes to, you've got to keep power on, otherwise you just get too cold and all sorts of problems. So you've got to do a powered descent. You know, you can't come back to idle. So it takes a long time to come down.
What's the matter? There's so much fuel you got there. I've got 41.
Top line, just look at your top line. Anything under 50% heaps to take off with really short legs. Even 30% is enough fuel. You know. Two, 4, 6, 40% is like about 8,000 litres. It's a lot of fuel. Oh, my 8,000 pounds. I should say, pounds.
Why not? How does this work?
Well, as I say, tell them to fly around Australia, mate. Experts.
Yeah, that's right.
Or the FE will.
Then we're going to go clockwise all the way back again.
Yeah. Well, I don't have an autopilot. I've got it trimmed out so nice that it just flies hands off, mate. Just sits here. Beautiful.
Alright. Mine's the same.
Hey Horace, is your prop still doing okay, or is the blue light still lit up?
Still pull to the right.
Oh, so for you, maybe Jace was right. Just activate. Make sure you've got your TPS activated through the next leg. But that makes sense because you got your gyro pilot on, and it's still back to the right. How are your engines? Are the needles split or they're all the same?
They're all the same.
Okay.
Mmm.
They just have a gentle roll to the right, just a gentle.
By the way, like weather at 19,000 feet is maybe not just perfect because I'm starting rising up. There's just a layer at 19k.
Yeah, there is a layer of cloud.
Yeah,
Is that
sitting just under it, yeah.
Yeah, just sitting under it. I'm just sitting under it.
Yeah, I will go down 1 or 2,000 feet, I guess.
Yeah, just stay out of it.
Hey Horace, how are your RPMs? They're still sitting at 27,000.
Full speed ahead.
Okay, so
But I'm holding up.
when you're comfortable with your descent, I might have the troubleshoot. I don't know, but your prop.
I can also try to tell just as an experiment. Let's set it to descent and see what happens.
Yeah.
Now he wants to go to 26, huh? But the RPM is too high, so I will lose a lot of
So go to your prop box, the one between the two pressed levers, and then at the bottom right there's a switch saying prop sync. Just set it to manual.
These ones? Which one is it?
Wait a second, I'm going to your stream. Yeah, you see, at your prop box, it's the so the switch below the blue light, the second one.
Yeah, I just have to double check because now I've lost engine number 2, I think.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, fix that first.
Is every time you go to install this thing, you got to get an authentication? What authentication code from bloody?
Yeah, on your phone. Unbelievable, isn't it? Or your email.
It should be the same code.
Same code each time, is it?
Yeah, it's the same code. Your license is to you, so your code to you is that's what it wants. I've installed it on 3 different computers.
Yeah,
and it's the same code.
Yeah, I just stored mine to a text file and I just copy and paste it straight in.
Be careful of that though, because if someone gets hold of that, they've got your license.
How they going to get hold of it?
You got it, Horace. So the switch you just flick. No, don't go increase. Set it to neutral. And the switch below that, flick it to the middle position. Yeah, go to manual.
Dancing,
So now in yeah, manual. Okay, now you can try adjust your RPM manually.
Last night I signed
No,
use
use the switches. Use the switches. The switches you just flick up, but you flick down. Oh, it's not moving, isn't it?
Did I miss something?
Sorry.
maybe wrong with the plane right now. I never had this behavior. I've flown already, let's say, 50 hours plus or so with this one, yeah. I never had this one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, just go prop sync to either 2 or 3. Yeah, you don't want to leave it, man. Sorry about that.
Them against you. For the remaining time, I guess it's fine. 43 minutes only.
Like I said, you're all set up for a go around, so that's a good thing.
But now I have to deactivate the descent.
It was weird. Chance, have a look at that flight path. Like steady right lead.
Now I know the descent mode automatically deactivated the superchargers. That's why I'm on power now.
As soon as you go to descent, you need to supercharge, is that right?
Yeah, because I think according to the training videos, it's below 10k speed. Huh?
Yeah.
The descent mode. And now I have a very funny fuel flow distribution. 40 minutes to go. Come on, plane.
You'll get there, mate. You'll get there.
Yeah, I hope so. I will stay in full manual, I guess, from now on.
There is, right top corner. Make it a hand and then drag it up to the 3 o'clock position and lift it right up.
Ah. All be blow.
Yeah, I try to tell everybody on the ground, but you probably didn't.
By the way, Steve, engine number 1 now got even worse, so now it's marked as red because it has even 3000 RPM for some reason. And a very high fuel flow.
Okay.
Looks like
There
I
are
have to do it with 3 engines.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
There are a lot of water under you.
Man. Well, the first trip is sure fun.
Yeah, I need some duct tape, I guess.
Yeah, the speed tape. Yeah.
A change of pants.
You can do the engine and propeller repairs in flight, can't you?
Yeah.
I can only drag it to a certain spot and that's it. I can't drag it exactly where I want it.
Yep, or if you top right hand corner, it won't go, it'll only go up and forward to a certain degree. You won't go everywhere, but it should help a lot.
It does help though. I might get it.
Yeah, it should help. I wish you could put it on the side screen, but I tried and it wouldn't move.
Yeah. It's certainly better position, but it's not ideal. Anyway, doesn't matter. Then move it.
I'll be landing in 8 minutes, guys.
Not do that.
So it doesn't look like the weather's changed much in Melbourne. 3-4 is still the runway and it's about 8 knots.
Perfect.
With broken cloud at 4,400.
The shorter, the better for me.
Indicated airspeed dropped back quite a bit. I don't know why.
Yeah, mine's just touch under 240 now.
Ground speed?
Ground speed, yeah.
I don't know why mine's dropped off.
Yeah, the headwind's only 6 knots.
Yeah, it's not much. That's right. For some reason my power's come back and I've got the anti-ice on. I wonder if that takes a bit of power. It's only electrical, isn't it? Why I'm slowing up. No. Still showing about 30, pretty close to 33 inches. But airspeed, indicated airspeed's dropped back a lot. Let me have it outside, maybe got some flaps come out or something.
I'm still at 19 and the manifold pressure is down to 32.
Yeah, well mine dropped back. Mine's around the 32, 33, pretty close to 33. 32 and a half.
Yeah, mine's the same. And the indicated's about 180.
Yeah, well I'm only back to 160, 170.
Everything looks normal. Not sure why.
Yeah, everything's green. Everything's normal
I don't
on
want
mine.
to risk any single knot. No?
Nah.
It's my engine number 1. But it's only 142 miles to go.
So, that's about right. You're keeping a fairly good speed up. You're still in front of me.
Yeah, but I have 45
Right.
manifolds.
Wow.
Yeah, because of my RPMs and.
Oh, sorry, out of nearly 40 manifold pressure, 25, 27 RPM.
We're going down.
What's your indicated airspeed you're doing there with that engine setting?
Indicated is 185.
I see. Thanks.
Airspeed's about 240, 230 thereabouts.
Okay. Gotcha.
238 according to Matt, 238.
The VOR at the destination is 11410 if you guys are interested.
Yeah, I mentioned 11410, thank you.
Okay, firm.
You've got to click your GPS button to call on to get it to show.
Yeah, take the short ride. Switch from GPS to the VOR navigation now.
Yeah, smart.
Long trip over Bass Strait, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long way to 200 knots.
When I was doing it the other night, I was taking forever.
Taking forever.
But it was interesting. I noticed a lot of other traffic going past me in the direction. There's even a couple of just local flights going along the north coast.
funny. I have now over 1,000 hours in Flight Simulator, but Australia is really like a black box still. I think I had 2-3 flights in Australia. It's really new for me.
Yeah, well, we'll enjoy some pretty remote areas as part of the trip too. So be good for you.
Hey guys, on Slough, is there a way to go up fast?
Yes.
Right, F4.
Jess has to be done for the night. Have a good night.
Good night.
See you later,
You
mate.
leaving? You're going, Scott?
Yeah, man, go bounce.
See you, mate. Thanks for the trip.
I'll be on another night. Cheers.
See you, mate.
Well, as a beginner, I've been using the FE, and so far it's been completely by the numbers. But I can't wait to get into this descent portion.
Yeah,
I've only landed this thing twice.
Yeah. At the moment, my trim just wants to go up, and I can't get the trim down, so that's weird. Trim problem.
Lucky you are. You're engine number 1.
That's going to cost you a bit, Bob.
Yep. I'm almost eager to try out these repair buttons here, but maybe not in flight.
Yeah, maybe on the ground there.
Yeah.
The poor FE will just have to jump out on the wing. It's gonna be cold outside, I could tell him.
Maybe I should slow down first.
Make it easy for him.
Well, almost established on the RNAV 3-4 approach now, so should be down shortly.
Well, we'll see you in about 3 hours, Paul.
Yeah.
See, my indicators started to go back up again.
Yeah, mine did too. Now I'm back at indicating 200. Weird, eh? Went back from 170 up to 200. And I didn't do anything.
Wind come down about 6 knots.
Yeah, there's not much wind. The ground speed's back to 260. I'm almost tempted to start my descent very soon.
Yeah, I've got the range ring set. I'm probably going to go somewhere between that 150 nautical miles. Probably just once I start to see that land, this little peninsula going to be right in front of me. Start my descent there.
Just a quick question, is it possible to simply shut down and restart my engine in mid-air?
Be able to?
Yeah, yeah.
Theoretically?
Can, yeah.
This plane does descend and land with 3 engines, yes? It does?
Yeah, that's why they have 4.
Okay, here we go. Let's try.
Alright, I'm watching you scream now. Hang on.
Engine number 1. Oh, they're still in auto ridge. Why they're still in auto ridge? Okay, so engine number 1 is now gone. Basically. Yes.
That is cool.
Okay, let's restart it again. But why didn't I guess the flight engineer maybe said it wrong, because these should be in auto lead, no? The other ones. Alright, then let's try to restart.
I think the flight engineer is having a very bad night, right?
Yeah. Jumping out of the plane mid-air to reset stuff and...
He doesn't like trying to control 15 planes at once.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm only just flying past Devonport.
Oh!
Oh, there we go. There we go.
It is?
Yeah. Your
But
engines
it's
are coming up.
still fully coming up, the same like before, huh? So it did
Yeah.
work, actually. Huh? Okay, so you can
Now-
start the engine here.
Now we know.
Yeah, what a nice thing to try in the first leg, isn't it? Beauty.
Oh, below 100 miles, I guess I started to descend.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to come down about 400 feet a minute.
runway 34.
Copy that.
You'll be home and done with supper by the time I arrive.
Why have we got a South African flight engineer?
I don't know. I can't hear him very well.
From what I heard, that's the same guy that developed a lot of the aircraft for PMDG.
Oh, okay.
Cheapskates.
Definitely South African.
Yeah, it sounds like the voice from the training videos.
Yeah.
He starts calling me piss cop, I'll hit him. Retard. I'm not a retard. Now, when the engineer says full power, should I move my throttles forward?
No.
Match it, or just doesn't really matter?
He should do all that for you.
Yeah, he does. You can see him moving forward now.
Yeah, you don't have to touch it. In fact, your throttle should not be connected.
Yeah, only when you deactivate the flight engineer, then you have full control back. Only if you activate before landing, I think then you have automatically full control. Of course.
Anybody know what the NDB is in Melbourne? They probably don't even have one now. Used to.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing what they probably pull it down.
Yeah, if it's still active, you'll see it in a little map in the communications tab.
Yeah. The nav aids.
You are.
No, I can't see it there anymore.
What are you looking for?
Isn't NDB a non-directional beacon at Melbourne?
I'm looking at Navigraph and it's not showing.
No, they pulled it out. They pulled them all out.
No, there is not.
I'm just starting down now.
No, I don't have an NDB at Melbourne.
But the VRR is fine.
Yeah, it works.
again to auto reach. What's wrong today here?
This is not your day, man.
It's really falling apart, apparently.
It sets off a very good tone, a good theme for our first trip in the DC6.
Yeah, I never had so much fun on a on a group flight almost. It's cool.
I think the best is yet to come. We're not on the ground yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a point.
Good thing Jay's did the flight plan, so there wouldn't be any problem this day when I was flying with him. The GPS was acting funny just because we were transitioning from the start to the approach, and it was flying back and forth.
Yes, yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, so getting back to on the ground, I was getting on the ground real easy.
I wonder how random
Good
these
boy, man.
indications are. I mean, I started out with like brand new engines, and in descent, I just got an indication cylinder engine number 1 was cylinder head temperature was a little cool, so I closed the flaps on that. It went back to green. I wonder how it picks what problem it's going to give you.
And look, I thought that the failures button you could reset it all, but I don't know whether it's cumulative on the DC6 and you've got to go in somewhere and change it. I doubt, but I don't know.
But regarding this flight, you'll be fine because on the descent checklist is calling for the cow flaps to be closed anyway. So if it's even better for you, then just leave it there, I'd say.
Yep.
Well, I started my descent, so I picked up the supercharger and opened up the cow flaps, but I don't use the cow flaps. I can strap it in for the speed.
Am I correct that there's no way of pumping fuel from right to left? No.
There's a
only
cross. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only between the left side engines and the right side engines. It's not from left to right or vice versa completely. Because my engine 1 is now chewing through fuel at an incredible rate, I would say.
Oh, I see.
Some point I can imbalance.
I doubt very much that he could pump fuel from one tank to another, but I think it's certainly can crossfeed.
Should be able to crossfeed. Should be able to crossfeed that engine.
Yeah, just
I
turn
think
on
the
the
rain-
right hand crossfeed.
I think the rain still did the trick. I took off about. I didn't try and cross Bass Strait.
Oh,
I've already done
yeah.
that I took off somewhere eastern Victoria, about 100 nauticals out. I'm going to come in and finish the flight from somewhere else. But now I'm cruising at about 220 knots.
Right. Sounds good.
3,000 feet. Engines are sitting on about, engine manifolds about 35.
Yep, about right.
Fuel flows all around about 4.
Yep. Should be able to select cruise now. Go to cruise power.
Yeah, I'm already on cruise.
Cruise, yeah. That all sounds good.
And autopilot's working fine. I can set altitude,
It's sounding a lot better.
navigation, so yeah. It's going well. I think it was something went wrong.
Something wrong with the updates. When you update, I don't think they've got their updates worked out properly. They've stuffed it up.
Yeah, I think so. Now it's working perfect.
Lucky you.
You show off.
This is what I remember when I flew the first time when I did the practice run. It was flawless. I was just having a ball, you know? Up at 12,000 feet, taking photos outside the plane and inside the plane, all the landmarks.
You guys that
Lovely
have
approaching to Melbourne.
You guys that are having problems, I recommend when you land, uninstall it, reinstall the latest version. Try
I
that.
think I've been having a nightmare the whole trip of been trying to work out this gyro pilot.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I think I know what the problem was. Had
no
some of the other
different,
keys binding to the trim.
Yeah.
Probably the next 11 they got Aeroworks got a free DC3. It's still the same job gyropilot is that? I think.
Yeah, I've used the gyropilot in this one and was pretty good with it, but it just has that constant wants to bank to the right, and I was just going through the forums and it's happened to a fair few people, and they were saying there's probably a conflict with the numpad keys to what you've got set up, and some of it's standard with Microsoft Flight Sim. Some of them was the 0 for the num keys also linked to trim, so that could have been it, so I've unbinded it now.
Yeah, might be.
Oh, when I restarted I'm flying it manually, but not that far out of Melbourne now.
Yep, just fly manual. That's what I'm doing. I think
See, when you trim it right, it flies straight and level.
It does.
Yeah.
I think you might need to go into the keyboard, unbind all your trims, unbind everything with your keyboard, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I've just done. So hopefully if I land, reboot it, and I'll fly again later and see if it has any problem. It's random though. It happened the other day, but it didn't happen in another flight, so it must be something I'm pushing.
I can't see you in the air, Jace.
Pretty much up to your left, just slightly behind you.
Now, is there a way to tell the engine either change to climb out of cruise?
No, after takeoff, you just take off where cruise. You should just set your go from climb to cruise, and then you go to descent. That's it.
Yeah. But if you want to adjust your altitude while you're in cruise,
Yeah, you have to do it manually.
Still manual.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. I was just wondering if you had to reset the manifold pressures or anything like that. So.
Well, you could go to descent. You could just go to descent, and then when you get your altitude, you go back to cruise again.
No, but I want to go up.
Oh, you want to go up?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It's all right. I've only set it at climbing 500 feet a minute, so
You know, I guess you
not.
have to
I'm still doing 200 knots.
settings manually against the manifold pressure and the RPM. So, like,
Yeah.
Fuel cell.
Everything.
Yeah, that climb was about 40 and 27, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Turn him off and do it manually.
If your prop lever still works, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working. I'm only doing 210 knots climbing, but that's enough. Manifold pressure's at 35 still.
Yeah, so-
RPM's about 2200.
Yeah, set your RPM to around 2400, and then your manifold pressure, that would depend on how high of a climb you want to go. If it's not a lot, then I would say set something 35 and above, but 42 is the maximum.
Yeah. That's all good. I was only going up to 4,000 and 3,000 anyway, so. Just had a little couple of hills to get over, that's all.
I'd be curious to know, guys, as you approach Melbourne, probably within the 4 nautical mile range, it's 3.5 to 4 nautical miles, whether you get a series of stutters as it's loading, airport information, that sort of stuff. It generally clears up by about 2.5 nautical miles, and then it's all good again. I'm just wondering whether most of you get that same sort of experience, because it's something I find with any sizable airports, and particularly in VR, it's really bad, because then you get the screen going blank on you every so often as it stutters. It's really bad.
Yep, I get that too, and I'm on screen, not in VR, but I totally get you. During the approach, it does that to me too, very stuttery.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a performance problem for your computer, because you get 2.5 miles, and everything's butter smooth again, you know. So it's a real pain, and I've only noticed it in the last month or so, you know. So prior to that, never had the problem.
I think it's a scenery loading problem.
But I never had the problem prior to about a month ago.
Yeah, but unless you've got you're flying over the same area all the time, you've got your rolling cache.
That's right, that can affect it.
Yep. Well, I know what you're saying, and I've flown into a lot of, like Sydney. I've flown to Sydney all the time, and every time I get the stutter, just outside the approach, you know.
Yeah, I do too, Paul. Yeah, I get very similar.
But I never used to. Because I do a lot of flights into Sydney, and it never used to worry me. It used to be fine. But just in the last month, it started, and nobody could really give me a reason as to why it's doing it. But anyway, maybe it'll be better after this performance update when we're going to get. Who knows?
Yeah, we would hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I hope so too. It happens to me and it's horrible in VR.
Hey Jay, unfortunately, mate, I'm not going to be able to finish this flight. I've got to talk off.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, League 2 for this is on Saturday night as well.
Not this Saturday, though. Or are we doing the Saturday after?
No, this Saturday night. This Saturday night.
Saturday night,
awesome.
League 2?
Nice. Oh, hopefully I'll get my gyropilot sorted out by then. Oh, yeah, I'll see you Friday night as well. Thanks, mate. See ya.
See you, Jace. Bye, mate.
Is League 2 on Saturday night, is it?
Yeah, League 2 Saturday night.
Yes. Okay.
I might even fly to DC6.
Yes, that's the way, Paul.
Live on the wild side, mate.
You should do it, Paul.
Grab the bull
I
by
just
the
jumped in
horns.
here and, well, I'm in the air. It's not landing yet, but yeah, alright so far.
By the way, I guess for the landing, I will shut down the engine number one. Not the landing 3 engines. Because I'm already imbalanced when it comes to thrust. So it's basically to shut down one engine.
Yeah, I was able to map my throttles 1 and 2 on the left slider and two and 3 and 4 on the right side, so I can still use it to help turn if I have to.
Good.
Yep. And this plane fly on 2 engines.
It should be, technically it should be able to. You have to
Which,
have a lot of run out.
which 2 are you talking about though? Like 1 and 2 or 1 and 4?
1 and 4. 1 and 4.
Oh, okay.
Make it symmetric again.
Trying to solve the green stuff, baby.
Have you got some flatlands below you? You have some flatlands below you in Copium.
Which engines are which? Are 1 and 2 on left wing and 3 and 4 on the right wing, or are they do some crazy numbering pattern?
That's the normal way of it. Just one and 2 is on the left wing and 3 or 4 is on the right.
Yeah, so that's all right. So I got it right.
One's outermost and 2's innermost. 3's innermost and 4's outermost. I think. Well, put it this way, that's the way it used to be.
Do I have to press the enter button now?
Imagine.
Yeah. You want to. Less drag, less yaw.
See if the prop feathers, if you still does it feather.
It's rotating again. So
Oh yeah, that's what feathering does. It just goes with the
Rotates
wind.
slowly, but it should be on a fairly high angle of attack.
2000 RPMs.
Over Bay.
Yeah, I've just made that turn to 340 to line up.
Yep, I'm final now.
Have a good landing.
How do you turn off the flight engine? You just click abort, do you?
Yeah, just click him again, you should turn him off.
Oh, just click him again.
Abort, or try abort, yeah.
Ejector seat always works.
Yes. It's quite an interesting flight coming in from the east, Victoria into the city. Some quite interesting mountain ranges to go over.
Yeah, just over Mornington Peninsula and
Yeah.
a beautiful, beautiful site.
The city looks a lot better now too. It hasn't got that huge building that went up into the sky. I think it was Melbourne that had that, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there's supposed to be Orbic, I think it's Orbic coming out of Melbourne or Melbourne Strait. So when that comes out, it'll be a lot better.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll happen rapid as well.
Yeah, right. A rapid. Yeah, that'd be good. But unlikely though. I don't think they normally just chuck those things in for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it flies weird with 3 engines. This is really weird.
Oh, there's nothing but cloud now.
Yep, now I got the stuttering. 4.9 miles before.
Yep. So, Christine, are you in VR tonight, are you?
No, I'm in just flat screen tonight. Yeah, I find this plane very hard to fly in VR. There's just too much going on.
Exactly, yeah, I agree.
Not only in VR.
That's a handful, but it's a challenge.
Of course, that's the fun of it.
Yeah, I'm in VR today and sort of regret it.
Yeah, you're right, I suppose it's a bit of a handful, but you know, so was the Constellation then. I think it was FSX.
Yeah, the Supercon is the same.
Yeah.
Well, no stutters yet. I'm only 4 or 5 miles. Nothing's still smooth.
Yeah, nothing for me.
I find that if you're coming over the bay and head towards Melbourne, it's not as bad as if you fly over the right-hand side. Like if you're going to fly from, say, Moorabbin up to Melbourne Airport and fly over the city, that's where I find the stutters a lot.
Yeah, once you get down below 4,000, I suppose the clouds get to pan out.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a bit of cloud over Melbourne.
Yep, overcast. Well, there was a bit. As you get up towards Tullamarine, it clears up.
Nice touch
Just
down.
what?
Were you happy with that landing?
Sorry?
Were you happy with that landing?
Not really.
No, didn't look too bad from back here.
Yeah, all of them.
What's the recommended landing speed?
I used to 120.
Yeah, about 110, 120 would be fine.
Yeah. There's a table in your upper gravity car on either
Was that landing or approach?
all of them. Speeds are listed in the table there.
Yeah.
On your right way.
Yep. Wait, temperature.
Approach normally about 120. It should slow to about 100 over the threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just if you have trouble.
Yeah. 26 miles out from Essendon.
There's a point. You're landing in Melbourne or Western?
No, I'm landing in
Melbourne.
Melbourne, but I went via Essendon and I'm chuck a right-hand turn onto finals from there.
Okay.
After we land, are we all where will be all parked up?
I just took the first high speed on the right, going into the apron.
Gotcha.
I think there's Paul parked up there, but we can't see him.
Yeah. Well, I'm still far behind.
I'm about 20 minutes out.
Can you still going?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
decided to fly from Sale across.
Ken
Sorry,
is
we had
actually in front of me and Christine, actually.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you had to reload the plane and everything.
Yeah, I didn't feel like crossing Bass Strait for an hour. I thought, back at that. I'll pick somewhere interesting to fly in from, because I did it the other night, you know. So I've actually done this leg with all you guys at the same time, which is a shame.
Well, I'm gonna move back to the taxiway so I can watch all you guys come in.
Coming in on
Can't see
27.
yeah.
Okay, Jason's down.
I did a perfectly nice touchdown and thought I had activated my reversers, added power, and went back in the air and stalled on the end of the runway.
Did you survive all of that?
Thanks to the Y button.
Oh. Still, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I can see you coming in, Jace. I took that first high speed too.
That in range is where we take over control, isn't it?
Yeah, it might take a little bit more, but sooner or later, if he doesn't give you control, then just put pre-landing on there, and then he'll give you control.
In range.
In range.
Before landing, yeah.
And before landing. If he doesn't give it to you in range, click on before landing, and he'll definitely give it to you.
Yeah.
So you get control of the throttle?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Once you select for landing, he'll give you the throttles.
Okay. I haven't got that far yet. So it's going to be an interesting landing. I'm just going to say that.
I was just wondering, could you do LNAV, VNAV approach in this aircraft, or is this LNAV? Like, will fly the vertical profile for you as well if I switch to approach?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's only no vertical nav in this aircraft.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
It can do it if it has an ILS frequency tuned. That works.
Yeah, if you lock it on approach, if it grabs the approach, it'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
I've got Melbourne City off to my left. Coming in now.
By the way, after we start playing, the top level works again. Strange.
runway 27.
Although I messed up the landing, I didn't have much stuttering or anything in the approach.
It wasn't too bad for mine.
Yeah, my the flight engineer wouldn't give the throttles back to me.
He didn't. Try it before landing. Quick, should do it then.
Yeah, I did, but it didn't. Wouldn't give them back.
So you set your board.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was a beauty, yeah.
From my perspective, it feels like your front wheel is open.
Sign of a good landing.
No, it's still there.
So much fun. I had started the world tour. I have now 120 flights or so with an Airbus, but the last 10 flights I all did with the DC6.
Coming back in a sec, just try something
It
here.
was kind of boring, yeah. Of course.
Kind of funny, the after landing checklist for the FE, you just hear about 120 switches being thrown.
Yes, yeah.
It's a bit like when he does the before start checklist.
Right.
It's like the blokes on a typewriter.
Well, I haven't been outside yet. Let me go see if I have any trees down. I'm in Florida where the hurricane was.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, hopefully everything's alright.
Good.
Heading on the finals now.
Final about 2 miles out. On 27.
this was a great introduction to a longer flight in this plane. I appreciate it. It's great fun.
Yeah, it was good. Great tonight. Really get some respect for it. When you learn more about it. I'll do some more practice with that autopilot next.
Yep. You'll be a bit more sanity going to Sydney.
Sorry, the next Australian leg is when? Saturday?
Saturday night, 9:30.
Yeah, that's right.
Great, thanks. Hope to see you then. I have to run now. Thanks again.
Okay, see you later.
See you later, mate. See you Saturday. Absolutely.
See you Friday night.
Touchdown.
You bet.
Oh, it's getting close to midnight your time, isn't it?
11:30, yeah.
But see, there's still something wrong with my engine number 1. If I do here on the airport in forward mode,
That looked alright, Ken.
Felt good.
Oh, where you guys parked? Over there.
and if I try to switch my engine to reverse mode, it doesn't do it for engine number 1. All other funny.
Yeah, I think it was right. I think I got to reload because I was getting all these weird things, and it was tempting to go in and check if this was conflicting and that was conflicting, but the flight engineer, that one, it just, he never missed a beat.
I think I'm too sick to stop my engines now and try to repair it. Maybe it's really a intended flight sim.
There were updates to Melbourne, like I've done several.
I've got drawbacks Melbourne City, but I haven't got the airport yet.
No, they haven't done anything officially, I don't think, but as I say, there's some freeware updates to Melbourne.
Yeah, I was seeing they've done the airport, and I think Orbic have done cityscape, but it's a way.
Sorry, Daniel, just got a little bit of a hiccup here. Just
the
gonna...
Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, all those things.
I'm just flying over my house.
Yeah, Daniel, we just did have leg 1 of the Australian DC6 tour. Awesome, man. Flew Hobart to Melbourne. We just landed.
Pity we couldn't use the Aussie. No, I've got. Oh, no, only 3. No, 4.
Tommy Ken, to your right, parked in one of the parking spaces, the closest parking space, in that terminal area. Do you have a Buffalo Airways or a DC6?
That's Scoopus.
No, they're all default.
Oh, okay, yeah, and it's just it was there when I first landed. That's all, and I just wondered whether it was put there. You know, if you happen to have the DC6.
No, that's me, Scoopus. Do you need me to move?
No. I just so yeah.
No, I'm to the right of it. My other liveries would not load for some reason. They came up blank.
Yeah, I had that also, and I ended up reinstalling the product to try and fix it. But yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. I've had a few problems with liveries. It's interesting, and it sort of shows the liveries in at Livery Manager, but then when you go in and select the liveries, you end up with just a grey plane, nothing on it. So, but I've since repaired it, and it seems to be
messing up.
And today, I noticed there were 6 new liveries that got downloaded.
Yeah, but I went in, I can't find it, so I don't know, I have to reload that thing again.
No, just good to go to parking. walking chicks.
I see someone in a Red Bull. I see a Red Bull. Horace is in a Red Bull. Are you flying a Red Bull?
No, I fly
No?
the standard livery.
Yeah, you coming up as a Red Bull, which is weird.
Here comes another one.
Yep, Sapper Jake,
Yeah,
is it?
Sapper
I don't know
Jake,
what
yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Jake, yeah.
Looks like another nice landing.
Yep, very nice.
Yeah, good.
You're all pros.
It had me worried when it was kept playing up like that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't start properly.
I'm sure they're going to find a few bugs.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
I think you can-
PMDG, you gave a pretty good product anyway, so.
Yeah, but like you can have the team of the best bloody beta testers in the world, and everywhere, you know, they check the obvious things, but something always slipped through.
Yeah, it's because there's a few beta testers which might have thrown the things in real life. I'll probably have, but couldn't be bothered as well, so.
Hey Daniel, thanks for jumping on, mate. I'm going to shut it down now, brother. Been flying for a couple of hours, but thanks for jumping on anyway, mate. You saw the very end. Sorry I didn't get to chat to you much, but it's getting pretty late here, mate. But thanks, brother. Thanks for supporting the channel. And mate, Xbox version out very soon, man. Very
Guys,
soon.
I'm down at the apron and I'm just gonna bounce. Thanks everyone. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, mate. Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah,
See ya.
thanks, James, for organising it, mate.
Yeah, no worries. I'm looking forward to Saturday now.
Yeah, well, I think if we compare this flight, Battlefish, I think everyone will sort of have a plan for control, and we'll be sort of coming in almost in a line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
I'm not sure, I must admit, why certain aircraft have been faster than mine, but you know, as we progress, you should work those things out.
Yeah, we'll just get better and better as we go along. But it was a good.
Yeah, it was all fun.
Yeah.
It was all good.
Oh yeah, bloody hell.
For sure. Are you down, Christine?
Just coming in for our landing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll watch you come in, Christine.
Scorecards are ready.
And Edric's out there. You coming, Edric?
Oh yeah.
It'll be good Saturday. Andrew and Paul will be in the DC6s. Andrew, you tempted?
We'll see.
I'll hit the books.
Yeah.
There's on my server there's a couple of excellent videos, part 1 and part 2. If you watch both of those, you can't go wrong. Takes you step by step through it.
Which
In Simair, you'll find 2 excellent videos.
From Frugal.
Frugal. He does a good job, doesn't he?
He does talk about lining up with VORs and setting to radials and that. And I thought, hang on, I'm not up to that stage yet.
No, he got that wrong. When he talks about a radial, he really means the ILS, the localizer. He's talking about that, and he calls it a radial, but he really meant the localizer. Yeah. He's not a pilot, but he does. I thought he still did a pretty good job on the videos.
Yeah. Touchdown.
Where I shoot.
which runway is that, Christine?
34.
Scorecard in hand.
That's a good idea. Actually, I'll get the drone out myself.
Oh, it's the best way to explore. In the early days, I used to use it all the time. I'd land at an airport and I'd use the drone like a taxi, and I'd drive into the city and have a look around, especially the photogrammetry cities where they had quite interesting things going on there. But even if there was a little creek or any points of interest around, it's quite interesting. And you start to appreciate the level of detail. That's like everywhere you go it's got detail,
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see your lights now, your nav lights now, Christine.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
She's too high. She's too high.
Yeah, I know. I am. I'm coming down.
I want every light possible on that runway now.
Should have had alcohol tonight.
You might have to slip it in.
Oh, power slider.
Picked the wrong one. No, but you can.
Here we go again.
Picked it.
Not even time for my sting to stutter.
It's a big building with patience, but that's not important right now. That's a truck right down to the ground.
Actually, there's another person coming in behind her.
Yeah, Cedric.
Oh, right.
We get to score two things. That's good.
Oh, I'm looking forward for
That's right. You'll be better. Absolutely, you will be.
Now landing gate 7. Gate 11. Gate 12.
I'm not even lined up properly. Damn.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't.
I checked.
Yeah, you don't when you. That's the thing. I know one of the things I get annoyed about with this sim. Yeah, if the plane's a certain distance away, a lot of the detail disappears. A lot of the livery information disappears.
Yeah.
There's no landing gear, and it doesn't have to get very far away before things like landing gear just disappear. It's,
Well done,
Really
Christina.
alright.
Well done.
Yeah, very good, very good.
On the same line.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Excellent.
Very
Awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
I was sweating, I'll tell you.
It's the same than 80. Bravo's early.
All right, one more to go. Here we go.
Yeah, here he comes. After Christine's landing, you got a lot to live up to.
Turn your lights on. I can't see you.
No pressure.
Is everybody seeing two large jets taxiing out there for runway 34 at the moment? A 4-engine and a 2-engine one?
One's clear.
Yeah, I have,
Yeah, 4-engine taxiing out. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
in front of a 2-engine one. It wasn't looking that way, but runway 34 anyway. I just often wonder, how consistent the traffic is for other people,
There's
I think it's pretty good actually.
There's an add-on just been released by Flight Sim TO called Live Traffic Enhancement. That seems to work a lot better when you put that in.
Okay.
Christina just faded through me.
Still can't. What runway are you landing on?
Oh yeah, no, he's just coming. It was the clouds that you can't. I can see him now. He's on short final.
3-4.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
too
3-4.
far. Still really far, actually.
Well, there's one behind him. I'd say he's probably about a couple hundred feet. That maybe 100 feet.
On 3-4, I can't see anybody on
Just above the tree line. Just above the tree line. I'm seeing him.
On runway 3-4?
3-4. Yep. He's
Yeah.
just dropping down below the tree line now.
You might have your AI traffic jacked up fairly high.
I don't see it.
Oh, sorry. That's a jet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's a jet in front of me, actually.
Just landing.
I'm just
yeah.
right behind him.
Yeah, he's just landed. Okay. So I can see another aircraft up on approach, but they're much higher.
It's about 800 metres stretch, 2,500 feet, so you're nearly 10 miles out.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7 actually.
Yeah.
It's just a little high.
Might run one of those British war airfields, waiting for the B-52s to come in.
B-17
out there. Yeah, there he is. He's coming now.
Yeah, it's a Qantas right in front of me.
Oh, I haven't got that. I've only got reading lights.
Yeah, I've only got. Yeah, I haven't got any AI. No. I've only got live traffic.
Yeah, I've got live. I might have AI off. I think. Let me have a look.
Yeah, it's all I think I've
Yeah.
got.
It's a jet. Looks like it's got a real red. Oh, it's doing a fly around. It's just going around now.
DC6 is everywhere.
They're both, well, they're getting onto the runway, so you may have to fly through a few aircraft.
Alrighty, that's alright.
I've got one jet taking off. Looks like a Virgin.
Where?
Right on the money. Beautiful.
Very good.
Brother.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
There's another set of lights up there. Is anyone else coming in, or is that must be an AI?
Second to last, actually. Yeah.
I think that's all of us now. No worries at all. There we go. Oh, well, there's leg 1 done. It's out of the system now. So we're ready. Practice is done, and then we'll get real for leg 2.
Yep. Is that to Sydney?
Yeah, up to Sydney.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
to Sydney. Right. Very good.
A flight plan already up there?
Lovely flight. Sorry, I mucked around and was late and had everyone waiting. That's all right. Thank you, everyone.
No, that's
See you all
okay.
on Friday night.
What time Eastern Standard Time do you get going Friday night? I tried at 8 o'clock, 8:30 and 9:30 and I didn't got anybody.
9:30, I think it is.
Oh, sorry.
9:30?
Friday night?
On Friday night, we generally leave 10 Zulu, which is 8 p.m. in Sydney.
8 p.m. Friday.
Yeah,
No worries
right.
at all. I'll try that.
Okay. Yeah, whereabouts are you? Which continent are you?
Got just off of Sydney.
Oh, yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah. No worries. Okay. Great.
Good night, everybody. I'll catch
Oh.
you Friday night.
Right, Christina.
Yep. Good night, everyone. Thank you again for coming. We'll see you on Friday.
Alrighty, good night.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.